Hey, good morning, Dog Captain here. I haven't talked to you guys in a few days. My helper, Robert, I've been working with, has started his own company. It's called Elgin Dogs. He is an absolutely outstanding trainer. So I've trained and worked with tons of young men, women who wanted to become a dog trainer. And that's what I want to talk about in this video is what are the characteristics I have found to make a good dog trainer, or at least if you don't have those characteristics, then you're probably not going to be a good trainer because you're not going to connect with the dogs. So that's what I want to share this morning. And I promise you guys to start vlogging more consistently because Robert's been out. He's been gone. I was piled up with like 8 dogs. I had 2 of them were challenging. They all came out really well, but I had to do a lot of work. So, all right, guys. Hey, Amos, place for me. Place. Lay down. Yes, you stay. What about you? Come here. Place. Stay. Yes, so this is a new dog we just took in. And this is a teeny dog too, but I don't treat this dog any different than I would treat my 150-pound Borbal. And that's the mistake people make, and I had a video I made the other day about it. If you treat a little dog like a baby, you're going to get a messed up dog, guys. So this little puppy seems the same DNA, this 3-pound puppy, as this 150-pound Borbal. So why do you treat it different? The reason you treat it different is because you can carry it around like a baby, and then the dog never builds any sense of self-confidence, and then you got a dog that is a mess. So what I do with them is they'll be with a pack. I treat the dog like a dog. She wants some water. You want some water, huh? There you go. Here, go ahead. Anyways, I treat the little dogs like a dog. And that's what you have to do. They need all the same training, all the same structure, and they need a sense of self, and they need to be connected to the pack. But let's get back to what I want to talk about. So what makes a good dog trainer? What are the personality characteristics that I've noticed? And the one I would tell you is something called a kinesthetic. So real quick, if you know about this, we all know we have senses that we use to connect to the world. But 3 of them we're going to talk about: auditory, kinesthetic, and visual. So what does that mean? A visual is a person that when they were in the crib, a little teeny infant, their first kind of connection to the world was through their eyes. An auditory, they heard stuff as a baby, and that became their main connecting link to the world. And then a kinesthetic, they felt stuff. They felt their way around. So think about that. Now, how do you tell if somebody has one of those, that's their primary link to the world, the way they connect? And the kinesthetic, you listen to when they talk and they'll use feeling words like, I feel you, man, or I felt that, or how do you feel about that? A visual thinker, which is 60% of the population, will use visual words to describe things like, I saw that. Can you see that? That kind of, and then an auditory uses sound-like type. Hey, communication. So, yes. And they'll use words like, I heard about that. So, the other thing is to look at what the person did before. So kinesthetics generally are musicians, or they work with their hands. And they have a high level of empathy. Empathy is required for you to be able to understand how another person's feeling. So think about it in terms of not only do you have to know how another person's feeling, you have to know how another species is feeling. And that requires high level empathy stuff. So Robert came to me. He's a musician, high level of empathy, learned right away he's kinesthetic, man of his word. And I thought, man, he might be a good trainer, he might have the talent. And sure enough, he's really talented at it. So 2 things you need to have. You need to have, you know, I like Michael Ellis always says, I asked him his training philosophy, and it's how, he says, I train dogs the way I would want to be trained. You see, it's about putting yourself in the dog's place. And that's who I am. That's my methodology. It's kinesthetic. But you also have to have some visual because you're taking the cues from the dog's body language. Dog has, for instance, 7 different facial expressions. So you need to be able to look at the dog, the tail, his general demeanor, and be able to tell visually how he's feeling. The way he's positioning his body has an impact on his feelings. So think about yourself. If you put yourself and you slump your shoulders down like this, you start to feel shitty. My body makes me feel a certain way. Put my shoulders back, I stand up tall, I can change my outlook on the world. The way you feel, your body language has an impact on that. So it only makes sense that a dog has body language. You watch his body language, and that's going to produce a feeling inside the dog. And that's how you connect with the dog. So you need to know when the dog's fearful, when the dog's going to be aggressive, when the dog is feeling angst, and then you can help work with that dog. But that's the baseline. If you have that skill set to put yourself in the place of another species, you're a kinesthetic. I'd say you have a great start to be a great dog trainer. So that's the only thing I wanted to cover today, guys. And make a commitment to you that I told Robert, every time he shows up here to help me, then we're making a video. So hopefully we'll get some videos done. All long-form content video, because my objective with the channel is anybody who comes to this channel, I want them to learn. If they want to be a dog trainer, they can learn to be a dog trainer. If they're, just want to watch something different in a different business, want to learn about the training and boarding business. I also have a meat business. I'm going to teach about all that. We'll talk about that as well. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. Dog Captain signing out.